So today's story starts back in 2022. I was in year 7, I just started high school or secondary school, and I didn't really like myself. I started to not enjoy being me more than I ever had. Like, I'd always had problems and stuff, but it's sort of different when you begin to not like yourself. You begin to not want to be you. You don't like the things you do for fun, the people you hang out with, the people that talk to you, the way you look, the way you feel. You don't like yourself. And that's when you know something's wrong. When you don't like yourself, when you don't want to be yourself, you know something's wrong. Then I slowly started to change this, alright? At first, it was discovering working out back in January 2023. And instantly, I began to enjoy working out. I began to enjoy doing this because I could see progress and I could improve myself. I then started self-improvement. I started doing things like meditating, journaling, working out, going on runs, stretching. Back then when I first started, it was amazing. I genuinely enjoyed what I was doing. I genuinely enjoyed being me. And this was a change I made. I did things that were working on me. So, when I was unhappy, when I didn't enjoy my life, I was always working on things that weren't me. I was working on that Minecraft world, or I was working on building that cool thing with my friends. But I was never working on me. And so I started to sort of dislike myself because I never saw any progress in me. Whereas when I started doing things like working out, journaling, self-improvement, all these sorts of different things, I was working on me, and I started to like me more and more. I started to like being myself more and more. And this was really where I think I had the biggest mental health shift of my life, was when I started working on me. I started to be able to respect myself. I started liking being me. In 2022, I would do things like maybe play sports at school, or I would play games on my laptop, or I would, play games on my iPad, or do all these things that were never really working on me. They were always sort of working on some external thing. But once I started working on myself, once I started putting my energy towards improving myself, doing things like meditating, stretching, learning, studying, self-improvement, working out, all these sorts of things, when I started to improve myself, I started to like being me even more. And so if you are or ever have been at a stage in your life where you don't enjoy being you don't really enjoy your life, you don't enjoy who you are as a person, what you need to do is you need to work on yourself. Because there's always things you can do that are external. You can always work on something else. You can always build some business or some YouTube channel or some game or whatever it is. You can work on things that are external, and that's great. But you need to be able to like yourself before you can like something else. And that is the biggest shift I made. The biggest shift that I made to just enjoy my life more and to like who I am as a person more was when I started working on myself. I started to like being me more. I started to be proud of myself. I was happy at who I was. I was happy that I was making progress in these things that were working on me. I was happy when I would read more pages than I had the other day. I was happy when I would learn these new things. I was happy when I got a new PR. And all these things that were reflections of growth within me changed my life. And so if you're watching this video, if you're still here, I want you to start working on yourself. Because if you're working on external things, that's great. If you want to build a business, that's great. If you want to build a YouTube channel, that's great. If you want to go and hit some new PR, that's great. But as soon as you start working on yourself, you start to like yourself more. As I've said multiple times in this video so far, the biggest thing that I did for my mental health, and probably my whole life, was working on myself. There's so many different things you can do to be more happy, or to not have as much depression and these negative emotions, these negative feelings, all of which I have felt before many times. The biggest thing you can do to combat these things is to work on yourself. So enjoy your own life. So I want you to go and enjoy your life, and I want you to work on yourself, because when you start working on yourself, everything changes. Everything changes. I guarantee you, if you spend 30 days working on yourself, in whatever way you decide, your life's going to be better. You're going to enjoy being you more. Alright, so I want you to take this, I want you to use it in your own life. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.